Hey everyone, welcome back. Ready for another deep dive.
Always.
Today, we're talking about something that sounds like it's straight out of science fiction.
Ooh, I love those. Let's hear it.
3D models,
Yeah.
but made with just your words.
Yeah.
Like you describe it, poof, there it is.
Text-to-3D. Yeah, it's getting a lot of buzz right now, and for good reason.
Okay, so walk me through this. Who's leading the charge?
Well, a company called EON Reality is making some serious waves.
EON Reality, they're the VR and AR giants, right?
Exactly. Big focus on education and training.
Global, too.
Mm.
I read they're in something like 80 locations around the world.
Impressive, right. But what's got everyone talking is their push into text-to-3D. They want to make this technology mainstream.
Okay, so back to my sci-fi point.
Mm.
Can you really just describe something and have a 3D model appear?
It's not teleportation, but basically yes. That's the ultimate goal.
It's mind-blowing.
Mm.
And EON Reality seems pretty confident they can pull it off.
Oh, absolutely. Their chairman, Dan Lajuskar, he's on record saying they're going to fundamentally transform how we create and use 3D content.
So, not just an improvement, a total revolution.
Exactly. A complete paradigm shift.
All right, I'm hooked.
Yeah.
But how does it work? Is it actual magic?
Well, it's not magic, but it's pretty darn close.
Okay, all ears.
It all boils down to artificial intelligence. Remember those text-to-image generators that were making headlines?
Oh yeah, those are wild.
Text-to-3D is like the next evolution of that. EON Reality is using NVIDIA's Edify technology, which uses something called neural radiance fields, or NeRFs. It's pretty complex, but basically...
I think you could break it down for us simple folk.
Sure. Imagine teaching a computer to see in 3D, not by programming specific rules, but by feeding it massive amounts of data.
So like showing it thousands of pictures of a chair from every angle.
Exactly. And then it learns to understand the shape of a chair, how light interacts with it, the whole 9 yards.
Wow. And the more data you feed it, the smarter it gets.
Precisely. It's like teaching a kid. The more examples they see, the better they understand the concept.
And isn't EON Reality in a pretty unique position here? I mean, they already have that huge library of 3D assets.
Right. The world's largest. Over 36 million items and growing.
Combine that with text-to-3D, and the possibilities are mind-boggling.
Absolutely. Imagine instead of spending hours modeling something complex, you just describe it.
I see where you're going with this. Like for education.
Exactly. Imagine a medical student studying the heart. Instead of just looking at diagrams.
They could say, show me a 3D model of a heart with a specific condition, and boom, there it is.
They can rotate it, zoom in, see it from all angles.
That's amazing. Makes learning so much more immersive.
Way more engaging, too. And not just for medical students. Think about architects, engineers, even game designers.
It's really about speeding up the whole creative process, isn't it?
Exactly. Rapid prototyping, rapid visualization. You can go from idea to 3D model in a fraction of the time.
That brings me to my next question. How soon are we talking?
Well, EON Reality is aiming for some really groundbreaking capabilities by 2025.
2025, that's just around the corner. You really think it'll be that advanced that quickly?
Honestly, with how fast AI is developing, it wouldn't surprise me. But it's not without challenges.
Yeah, I can imagine. What are some of the hurdles they still need to overcome?
The biggest one is making sure the AI can understand complex descriptions and create accurate models. Imagine describing something with lots of intricate details.
The AI needs to be able to capture all of that nuance.
Exactly. And the models need to be functional, not just pretty to look at. They need to work in different applications.
So it's a real balancing act.
It is a blend of art and engineering.
But the potential is huge. Imagine what the world will look like if they pull this off.
It's hard to even fathom. It could change everything.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And that brings me to our listeners. How could this technology change your lives? What would you create?
It's an exciting thought, isn't it? What 3D models would you bring to life just by describing them?
It's really food for thought.
It is. But as we get closer to this becoming reality, there are things to consider.
What do you mean?
Well, any powerful technology comes with responsibility. Think about the ethical implications, potential misuse.
Right, like any tool, it could be used for good or bad.
Exactly. It's important to have open discussions about these things.
Absolutely. We need to approach this new era with both excitement and caution.
Couldn't agree more.
Well, this deep dive has certainly given me a lot to think about. Text-to-3D could be a game changer.
It could reshape entire industries.
And it's not just for big companies either. Imagine individuals having this power.
The democratization of 3D creation.
Exactly. It's incredibly exciting, but also a little daunting.
It is. But that's the beauty of innovation. It pushes us to think differently, to adapt and evolve.
So listeners, keep those imaginations running wild. Who knows, maybe that 3D model you've always dreamed of.
It's just a voice command away.
Thanks for joining us for another deep dive. Until next time.
See you then.